All right. Well, I just got off work, you know. Wanted to stop by, show you some love. I support the movement. I see who you're trying to impact, not just certain students, but everybody, you know?
Oh yeah, man, everybody's family, you feel me? At the end of the day, that's how I feel.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter whether you're black, brown, Chinese,
No color.
Cambodian, the homie Yang, you know what I'm saying? We're all family, dog, and I feel like that's one of the biggest things in society today, where people are very like tribalistic. You know what I'm saying? Like they
Define tribalistic.
Like they just want to this is
us.
my people, my
kind,
screw
my
everybody,
people.
and it's just like I feel like that at the end of the day, I feel like that's limiting the love that we can give and share and express and ultimately like get all over the world. Fool.
I judge nobody, no book by the cover, you know?
That's right.
Because
that's right.
You least suspect it when somebody just is tatted, blasted. It's intimidating.
Oh, man,
right away you walk in the streets, if my grandma's walking, you know she's gonna be kind of intimidated. But deep down, these people are always,
dude, they got big minds,
always, bro. You feel me? The smartest, you feel me?
That's beautiful.
I think it's just the energy, bro.
I agree.
I think like sometimes like your energy is way different than it was back then.
Way back in the
You feel
days.
me? And I feel like you're fairly knowledgeable now. Now you look how you're composed. You're like, you know?
Yeah.
Back then you would be.
Yeah.
That's you. Now you're more, you know?
Yeah. I guess
So it's just that. Just by seeing a pose, it could be like, okay, you know where to like levels to a certain cat, you know? Sometimes you have to like adapt. You like,
for sure.
Okay, you know? So
for sure.
we know how to like categorize.
Yeah.
Certain.
Yeah. Like you're here, you're there.
Like I'm sure that when you were talking to that tattoo kind of like blasted ass cat.
Yeah.
It was at first it was kind of no.
For me, I've never really been too like scared
Because we from the hood,
yeah,
bro.
exactly.
We see cats like that.
I was nervous when I spoke to him, but that's because I knew he was a movie star.
But then you just kind of.
But I mean, like, it's just like again, like we're gonna get to talk about it right now.
Okay, cool.
The show starts in 3, 2, 1. Welcome everybody back to the Drippy Faucet Podcast. Today I'm hosting my brother right here, Diego Melgoza. We go way back in the days. We were the ultimate duo at HP High School, 2010, 2011. He was the receiver on the right side. I was the receiver on the left side. And on defense, I was the corner on the left side. He was the corner on the right side. So we were the ultimate duo, HP High, way back in the days. And we have so much to discuss today, a lot of great things that Diego's going to be sharing with us today. And I hope at the end of the day, you're able to take this in. Once again, I am the host, Jesus Flores, a.k.a. J-Flow, and we're going to have a blast today on the show. Diego, can you start off by telling us what is one of the earliest memories that you have that inspired you to be who you are today?
Well, there's been a lot of ups and downs, you know, like everyone has them. But one of my earliest, it just happened a couple of years ago, maybe like 5, 6 years ago.
Yeah.
It's not deep
Whoa.
like high school or even like growing up in elementary, middle. I started getting my thought process way after we graduated, you know?
For sure.
And I guess, what's his name? I gotta give him credit.
Who?
Francisco Barajas.
Damn, that's the boy, bro.
Frank, love you, man, to death. Forever in your death, you know?
Frankie.
I love that cat. And I feel like at those times at 21, it was like 21. I was 21. I'm young,
Like
but
we were already 21. Isn't it crazy how like we're about to be? Were you 26 already, huh?
26, man.
I'm gonna be 26 this year. We're sidetracking a little bit, but I'm just tripping out on the fact that when we're 21, we think we're grown.
Yeah.
Right? And yet we're
But
like
deep down,
we've grown so much since then.
Because the high school it's just only 3-4 years.
Right.
But you feel like you're growing so quick.
Yeah.
But after you're 21, that's when life truly starts kind of like, it's time, you know?
Right.
And I guess I had my ups and downs, you know, I had a young family, feel me? I was 18, 19, I already had 2 boys, 2 sons, feel me? And I was looking for an opportunity, just looking somewhere to grow, you feel me? And Frank, he just introduced me to this company, network marketing company. It's cool, I know the pyramid and all that, but I never tried it for myself, you know? So I'm like, you know, Gotta go out of my comfort zone and try it. And I feel like Frank kind of broke it down to me, hyped it up. Come check it out. You know, it's a network marketing company. There's gonna be this millionaire guy gonna pull up to the house and see if he can change your life. You know?
Yeah. So you're like, hell yeah, I want to change my life.
I want to change my life financially, this and that, whatever. So he invites me. It's a Korean cat, you know? Pulls up in a Bentley and all this, but he had his little crew. People pulled up. They had computers. I was like, okay, what's going on? You know, like this something's going on. You know? They put on the tape, you know, and they just started showing like different ways how to create passive income, create residual income, to create different sources of income other than just hard work, you know? Hard, good old-fashioned.
And you just brought up something beautiful, right, that I want my viewers to, like, really pay attention to. The different types of income. Later on, if you want to talk a little bit more about them, then please do so. But like you said, we're used to just working like freaking mules, right? Or like our dads will tell us, trabajo como burro.
God damn. But it's true, you know, like just hard work, just labor, you know, that's how we were. But it's in our blood too, and that's good. Like sometimes I think about it, I'm like, yo, like it's in our Mexican culture blood, like we're naturally hard work, you know, it's never gonna go away. But we haven't worked this as much as other people, you know? Especially when it comes to finances, you know? So I guess I was just looking for that. Even though my pops, he taught me to do certain things like a certain way, you know? He never taught me other sources of income, other opportunities, business opportunities, you know? My pops is a union cat, you know, Local 831, let's go, you know?
Shout out.
For all the t-shirt trade shows, you know, everybody knows. Right. I get it. It's a high-paying job. You feel me?
I get it too.
But it's like it takes so long to rank up, climb that corporate ladder. Understand? Everyone's patiently waiting. But I'm that type of cat, that dude that just wants it now. It's okay.
You're impatient, right?
It's not. Now I'm patient. It took me 5 years
to get.
Now
you have to be patient.
I have to be patient. Like if you want to get to where you want to get to, it's gonna take time. You know, it's gonna take time, patience. You know, you gotta test the waters. You feel me?
Yeah.
So when I joined this opportunity, you know, that I felt, even though it's opportunity for others,
right.
It came in a time in my life where maybe I wasn't prepared, you know, and I missed my opportunity, and it happens.
Right.
But it changed my life. They gave us a back office. I joined it. I invested in it, you know, and I took a few L's at 21, young family. Just moved out, you know, just had bills, had old girl too, you know, trying to balance me, you know, like old girl I'm a risk taker, you know.
Right.
And sometimes I forget to let her know and break it down like, yo, I'm going to make a move, you know, prepare.
Yeah.
Because I'm waiting for the ROI, you know.
Right.
And if it doesn't come, then it's like delay certain things, you know. So I just jumped on the trigger, you know, without even telling her. Big mistake. When you have a girlfriend, when you're a married man, or like us Mexicans, we've been with. If you're with somebody for over plus 7, 8.
It's like you're married, basically.
You're married, feel me? So that's old girl, and I feel like I should have told her about the opportunity. Maybe she could have seen it what I saw.
Right. Or she could have been more supportive. If you would have been if you would have been better in your communicating the idea, what you want to create.
She gave me time, you know.
Right.
But other than that, what led me to Frank bringing me to like the company, ACN, you know, the whole back office, the whole thing. It led me to find another cat, you know, in the company. I started getting real serious about it, trying to hop on it, trying to build my network. Because that's all it is. You gotta either sell the services, the products that they provide, or bring people to the company, you know? So I couldn't sell for shit. My bad, you know? I couldn't sell for anything. So I'm like, I'm just gonna bring people, you know? And apparently, I even broke ACN records, you know? Like, I brought like 15, 20 people in a week, where people do that in months. But I brought all the hood. I brought friends, like people, relatives, and I was promising them the world, and I couldn't deliver, you know? So that was definitely a game changer. We're getting off topic.
No, I mean, it's fine. I feel like it's sometimes it's very interesting how we're young, we get an idea.
Yeah.
It seems very, very promising, we want to give it to the world, and we're so passionate and we're so dedicated, and people are like, oh man, this sounds like a great thing. But the part where we actually deliver it,
yeah,
that's where the real work comes in.
And then some people don't have that drive, the hustle, you know? Some people literally just want to do it as a part-time.
Right.
You know?
Right.
When they still got full-time things to do.
Right.
You know, so besides the point, my boy Frank, you know, it's my boy, you feel me? He brought me some cat named Gio, you know? Older cat.
I know Gio.
Gio. You know Gio, you feel me? He was like 30 years old when I was 21, you know? And I remember going ups and downs, and he saw me as a young father. He saw me before I saw myself, you know?
Yeah.
Like, he literally he broke it down, like, if I don't help this kid, he's gonna end up in a different path, you know? And he broke it down. He gave me a philosophy. He gave me principles. He gave me core principles to stick with him.
Beautiful.
You feel me? And
beautiful.
That's what I needed. I didn't have a big brother. I didn't have guidance.
Right.
You know? And everybody needs guidance.
A mentor.
A mentor, a teacher. You know, all these students, they have a teacher to teach them, you know?
Right.
When we hit a certain peak already, like when you feel like you're not getting taught, you have to go looking for someone who can teach you, you know? And I felt like at 21, I was already like, okay, I'm already making X amount of income. I've already reached like a peak, but then I'm hitting rock bottom now. You get me?
Right.
I need a business opportunity. I need to hop on a different income.
Right.
That's where I hop on that. Brought me Frank, brought me Gio, and then Gio just changed my life, bro.
Beautiful.
So that's my best moment or earliest memories that I could think that changed my life.
Beautiful. So in the mix of all that happening, I imagine that somebody might have introduced you to your favorite book. Or what is your favorite book? Was it introduced during that time period? Or why is it your favorite book?
I have a lot of, my favorite book would be, I've read a few, you feel me? A lot of personal self-development books.
I think those are great.
I read Tony Robbins. It's my boy. I love Tony, you know? What I encourage everyone, this dude, you feel me? His name's Jim Rohn. It's an old cat, bro.
Heard about him?
Yeah, I'm sure you have.
Isn't he the sports guy?
No.
Nah?
I did the same thing. I Googled this cat real quick, and then this fool pops out. HBO, you know?
Okay.
It's not him, though. That fool has a sick-ass voice, though.
Okay.
But it's an old cat from Idaho or something like that. But he's Tony Robbins' mentor. So you couldn't even imagine.
Damn.
So it's another level to that. So this fool was deep already.
That's crazy.
I dig deep, bro. When I went to my personal self-development, 21, still to this day, this morning, I was listening to personal development. I don't listen to sometimes, lately I've been listening to Nipsey Hussle. Rest in peace.
Rest in peace, brother Nip. We're going to talk about him in a little bit.
It's my boy
We're going to talk about how, he inspired us, how he motivated us, and how he allowed us to see life in a different perspective. But back to the book real quick. Okay. Tony Robbins, right?
Yeah.
Why? Why is that book your favorite book?
No, my favorite book
my bad.
was it's called The Richest Man in Babylon.
Okay.
It's this little ass book, bro.
Okay.
Like, you'll read that in 30 minutes. It's that thin.
So it's simple but profound.
Yeah. Oh my God.
What's the one reason why it was so damn good?
Okay, like, if you can't create, right there it shows you how to get ahead. Even though you can't create a business, another cash flow, another income, you feel me? Right here it tells you how you can get ahead little by little by little, you feel me? By saving your own income, by you paying yourself first. So when you get paid, you pay yourself first. You don't pay Sprint, T-Mobile, you don't pay your rent.
All our loans and
you don't pay loans, debt, credit, whatever. You don't pay none of that. You pay yourself. How much are you worth? No, that's different.
Right.
How much do you make? Feel me? And that's where they kind of like, they plant that seed, like how this dude just kind of just started getting rich, you know? How he just started creating his own cash flow. Back then it was gold, you know?
Right.
So it goes way deep into those, you know?
Okay.
So, like, I guess that's my favorite book. But I've read a lot of Jim Rohn, Tony Robbins, I'm telling you, those cats. And books that I don't even know the authors. But earlier I was talking to, like, my boy Lewis R. Follow him. Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, all that. We're talking about, like, J. Cole's his new song. I don't know what it's called. You know, I'm gonna look it up real quick, because we're just talking about it.
For sure.
But the point is something about habits, you know, and addiction. It's called Friends.
Okay.
J. Cole Friends, you know? I don't even think it's out. You know Lewis, you know?
Yeah, always on the music.
Always on this move, on the next hottest song. But it's talking about addiction, and I think addiction is just a habit. It's just a habit, you feel me? Where you can't change it, but you can replace it, you know?
Right, with another habit.
With another habit.
If you have a negative habit, you don't like it, you don't like where it's taking you in life.
Exactly.
Then you're like, maybe I don't have to completely get rid of it.
Exactly.
But I can just replace it by doing something else at the same time that I usually do this one thing.
That's how our brains work.
Right?
You know what I mean? Yeah, exactly that.
And just a fun fact, it takes about 21 days
To
create a habit.
It's true that.
And
It
you
says
have
it in that book. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Like exactly that, exactly what you said. It's a theory. Not some people don't believe in it. It's
That's
cool.
fine.
Some people believe like I need to like drug the shit out of myself, like medically to shake off everything.
Right.
But deep down it's just
Yeah, but what happens, guys, is that when you utilize, whether it's alcohol, weed, or any other source to numb what you feel, it's still gonna be there. You're gonna get sober 5 hours later, whatever time, and then you're gonna get back to how you felt before. So what we would suggest is don't utilize it as a means to cope with your tough circumstances. Instead, you gotta figure out different means that are a lot more healthy to figure that out.
True that. Good point.
Football, bro. Football. I know in a sense we're way past that as far as like how we use it in our daily lives, but once upon a time, it meant the world to us.
Yeah.
Do you still love the sport, or are you just completely like somewhere in between? Are you over it? Well, how do you feel right now about that sport, football?
Well, look, football, I'm blessed and thankful for it, you know. All the HP, Huntington Park Spartans, once a Spartan, always a Spartan, baby. But I honestly believe, like, football, even sports, but football is a mental health sport. Like, I remember in 9th grade, we did a Hell Week. For some reason, I don't know why we had, like, a double Hell Week in Hell Week or something. Like, it was like a double type of thing. Like, we had one at 6 period, guys, and then we had, like, 5 o'clock Hell Week, you know? And I was dying, like, on that last lap. And Fuentes, I think it was Fuentes, he's like, bro, one more. And I was just pushing. I was like, fuck, I think I need to throw up. I'm going to pass out. I go to the side, throw up. I almost feel like passing out, but I was like, I'm not going to give up. I'm not going to quit. I'm not going to look like a punk. So I just keep fucking going. Boom, 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 boom. I was like, I'm almost there. I'm almost there. I get there. He says, one more. I'm like, I was like, okay, I'm going to sprint this bitch. And I sprint it all the way. I get there. He says, one more. I was like, oh, my God. So I got mad. So I was like, I'm going to pace myself. I finished it. What was that, 3, 4?
This is about 4, I think, at that point.
I run my extra mile. And he was trying to teach me that. You get me? At the end of the day, after practice, like, I wanted to push you. I want to see if you can take, you know, the pressure, the heat, you know, under the moment. Without me even thinking, I'm thinking he's being a jerk. He's being an asshole.
Yeah.
Dude, he taught me, like...
Perseverance.
Perseverance, exactly. Some T. Woods thing, you know, like, just keep driving, keep going. And it was just me and my brain fighting. Literally, I could push it, but I was just fighting. I was just talking smack in my head. I was like, but just keep going. And I grinded out. That was 9th grade.
Right.
So I was like that. Ever since then, I was like, all right, I'm going to stick to this. Toughened me out, got stronger. But I think the game's, like, I love it, you know? I love watching it. I love the Chargers, baby. LA Chargers. Forever rep that, you know?
Rams, baby, let's go.
Hell no.
Hey, but that's exactly what I wanted to get out. Because there's so many people that say, no, you shouldn't be playing sports and they're not good for you, and I get it. CTE or CTC, the thing that happens when you hit a lot?
I'm not sure.
Anyways, there's brain trauma's real.
There's a lot.
You get me? And I'm not advocating for you to go smacking your head just a lo tonto, but what I am saying is that sports are an avenue to help young knuckleheads like us get some sort of discipline. If it wasn't for football, if it wasn't for like male role models in our lives, like our dads, thankfully, you know, we had them. Yeah. Other people are not so lucky. There's no doubt in my mind that I would have not done what I've been doing today in my life. Dude, right? And so football was like that thing in our lives that allowed us to persevere and be able to get through those tough, challenging times when they came about.
The only thing about football that I wish I didn't learn this skill till like way after, you know, and it's like showing leadership. Even though you were like we were already like juniors and seniors,
Right.
I never really wanted the challenge.
I get you.
To take on the whole fucking team and be like Mauri Maldonado is my cousin. I love that cat. He's the leader, bro. He showed leadership to the whole team. IMAX would show leadership, but nobody wanted to mess with IMAX.
Nobody respected him.
Nobody respected him, and knows that difference. Boom, boom, boom. You feel me?
Right, right.
IMAX tried so hard, but he couldn't adapt. You get me? So it's
I would
hard.
say
A leader needs to learn how to adapt.
There you go.
You feel
there
me?
You go.
He
I
needs
think
to
he had
switch.
the heart,
Yeah,
but
it's not enough sometimes.
he didn't have the social currency. You get what I'm saying? Like that's a real thing. You feel me? Like,
no, I get it. That's cool.
Like you think you got it, but you don't.
You don't, fam.
Mauri, we knew he got it.
Yeah.
So he had it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Vader.
You and I.
Remember Vader?
Yeah, of course.
Okay,
Of course
Vader-
he had it.
Vader
But
had it?
He didn't really like to push that narrative either.
Exactly.
He was a kickback guy.
Yeah.
He could have had it like that.
Yeah.
Easily. Dude would have scared everybody straight.
Vince.
You and I.
Okay,
You
go
and
on,
I.
you and I.
We could have had it. Because we were literally some of the best players on that team. That team would not have been the same without you and I. People respected us. People loved us. People appreciated us. We were too afraid to make enemies of our friends.
Damn. Even in football practice, it was just social gatherings, like small squads.
Right.
Small receivers here, corners here. Like, it should have just been like everyone open, freestyle,
Right.
you know?
Right.
And I feel like we didn't open that up. And that's the only thing, like, one thing that I wish I would have got and it should have been like a coach to push me. Even though Fernandez, you know, like, he did his thing. Coach Wilson, you feel me? But I think, what's his name? Coach 40. He could have, like, kind of, like, pushed us a little more, you get me?
Right.
I know he, like, kind of pushed you to get better as an athlete. But as a leader,
Nah.
Exactly.
Yeah, and I get it.
You
And
know?
what happens is that we didn't really have strong leaders at the coaching level either.
Damn, they're still.
You get what I'm saying? There's different levels to this whole bigger spectrum of things.
I know, you
and
break
that's
it
fine.
down.
You know, I still love all of you guys, though, by the way,
Love
coaches.
coaches.
If anything, take this as a constructive critique.
Yeah.
In that
Damn, I just learned that word.
critique.
Constructive criticism
Yeah,
as
man.
well,
it's,
you know?
it's a big thing in the professional world. If you can't
Yeah,
take,
yeah.
guys, constructive criticism, you're going to take everything personal. You're going to burn bridges.
Gotta let that ego down. You feel me?
Exactly.
Gotta take those
Exactly.
personal ones.
Definitely. All right. So, we tapped on this earlier, but you were basically a teen father.
A what?
A teen father? Like a teenage
Oh,
father?
yeah. 18, I had Julian.
18, bro.
Damn.
So that's taking us back about 7-8 years.
Yeah.
I want you, bro, to tell me, what was that feeling when Lupita first told you, like, hey, Diego, I'm pregnant?
That was like a whole lot of mixed feelings, emotions, you know, good and bad. Like, in a way I was happy, you know, like, Lupita, she's a real one. She's cool. I love her to death. But we're just too young, and like, I'm a young buck, bro. 17. She was like 15, turning 16. We're like those teens, bro. Like that. Everyone's like, yo, guess who's pregnant? Like, yo, guess who's pregnant? You know. So I was like, damn. Oh my bad. At the time, like, I felt like the world was watching. You know. I felt like I made an error, a mistake. You know. Like I know I have to man up. Old girl was already 4 months. It's not like finding out like she's 3 weeks pregnant. It's time to man up. Time to step up. 18, you get all these feelings like you still want to go out. You still want, you know, you still want to do everything, and you feel like everything's just this weight. You're like this. This is why they say they're trapped in a fucking square in a box, and it's hard to, you know. Or all you gotta do is get out of it. But that's how it feels, you know? Especially at a young age. So the first thing I did was just tell my moms. Like, oh, Mom, what'd I do? I was kind of tearing up, scared, nervous. Oh, I was like, Mom, I have good news and bad news. No me digas.
She already knew.
Yeah, I just said that, and she was like, straight up, no me digas. I was like, damn. I'm like, Mom, straight up, like, Pita's pregnant. Oh my God, I would be a grandma and everything. She was happy. I was like, what the? I saw hope. I thought
You're like, damn, the world's about to end right now.
As soon as I saw my mom, I was like, kind of my heart kind of like melted. Like I melted. Like I was like, this weight was like, okay, cool. She's not that pissed, you know. Now I just got to tell my pops. Feel me? Now my pops a whole different story. Like my pops, he had me at a similar age. Feel me? So I was like, damn, I have to break it to him a little different. And as soon as I told him, like, he was already kind of like, no way, mijo, I can't believe it. Like, you too young. I never wanted you to go through this. Like a whole lot of things. I don't want to go into details, you know. But like, basically, like, we thought at the beginning right away, instead of congratulating me, I'm like, he just told me at the time I wasn't working. I was still like schoolish, you know, or our first year out of high school, you know. So told me straight up, like, you gotta get a job, you know, go figure something out, you feel me? Like, he was talking a lot of smack, and then it took me a lot. It hurt, you feel me? But over time, it just, we had to talk. And he told me, like, you gotta break it down, you gotta get a job, you gotta take care of your family, and you gotta prepare, because he or she is coming, you know? Like, we didn't know at the time, yeah, if it was gonna be a boy or girl, but he or she is coming, you know?
We have a community. There's a lot of parts in this community that are lacking the wealth, the resource, the overall happiness that we see in all these other big time towns like Huntington Beach, Redondo Beach, right? There's all these beautiful places all over the place that when I get there, I see the large difference in resources and overall happiness that I see in Huntington Park. What is an idea that you have that we can put into effect ASAP to help our community out?
I do feel like for Huntington Park, we are short on resources, you know? And I feel like the people who are trying to help, that their voice isn't being like spoken or heard. That's what I mean. Like, they're not being heard. And I feel like in all parks, every facility should have like a science, technology, health, mental health as well. Like even if going to your local park, this is an interesting idea too. Going to your local park and just having a psychiatrist. As crazy as it sounds, yo, I just need to talk to somebody. Why do I have to like go to Kaiser or pay a big company, you know? Someone should just voluntarily take their time, short term, you know, to try to help as many lives, many kids, many adults, you know. There's so many adults that have that, like, they're just playing a poker face. Their whole, like teens and older ages where they're just playing a poker face like everything's okay. And it's not okay. Deep down, things aren't okay at home, at work. And you need to share them. You need to say it. Imagine you had a place to talk just to someone where they can help. Even kids, like, they get bullied. They're scared to speak and talk. But if they had a facility, a place where they can go and just be like, I need to talk to somebody, you know? Not a reverend, not a church, not a priest. A human being, like, that's there and present, that's gone through what you've gone through, you know? I think, like Nipsey Hussle, he created Vector 9. That was a beautiful, beautiful idea and needs to be implemented in all urban communities. And I think we should start one on ours.
You know what's a trip, bro? Vector 90 has been there for a minute, and my homie SGN and Oscar Solares, those are two dudes that I work closely at here on campus. We've been talking about making an effort to go to Vector 90, tell them what we know. That way we can network with all these other like big cats in their neighborhood.
Yeah.
Because, dude, I'm telling you, man, like, our ideas are synchronizing together to the point where we also want to build dope, crazy stuff that's going to make us a lot of money. But not only that, I'm not worried about the money. I'm not worried about that.
Not yet.
What I want is power. Why do I want power? So that I can share that power, divide the pie. There's a piece of the pie for everybody, but the people currently in power, They don't care about us. They don't care about you and me. They don't care about your kids. They don't care about my little sister. They don't care about nobody in the community. So we need to find a way to get that power and then share it in our neighborhood. That way we can uplift our peoples that have been suffering for hundreds and hundreds of years.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I just
literally 100 years. And talking about that, like Huntington Park, we have a slogan, you know?
Yeah, what is that slogan?
Not a lot of people know our slogan.
I don't even know the slogan.
Damn, but it's literally the city of perfect balance.
Wow.
The city of perfect balance. So we basically, our own community, our own hood, you know, our own streets, our own backyard is telling us already what we need to do in our lives. We need to learn how to balance. Balance work, balance family, balance business, balance friends, balance colleagues, balance students, and etc. and employees. And once you're a real boss, you start balancing them, you know, putting everyone on. And it's just one drastic change that it could happen overnight. No, it can't. It can't happen overnight. But a drastic change on a mindset to help the community can happen overnight. Not a lot of people know this as well, that we had a funding to create a park, you know, in Santa Ana and Florence.
Wait, we had the funding?
No.
Like it's gone?
No, I'm sorry. We
currently have funding?
We currently have funding to create a park in Huntington Park. And even our own local residents have no idea that this is going through, that it's going, you know, that the process is happening. But we're short in our funding.
How much?
Our goal is $6 million to create a park, just so people could be supposedly be out of the streets.
Right.
But they're not creating a concept, an idea of if it's truly going to help the community. They're just creating it because they want a tax write-off. They want to create jobs, I guess, you know, which is going to help the community. But we need to help the future of our community, not short term anymore. Not just create these trails, not just create these little little pedestals that you have outside. Nah, get these kids inside the facility. All the function, everything that's cracking, bracking, whatever is inside.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? You got brilliant minds, you got scientists, you got technology, like engineers, you got people working on their own craft day in, day out. Wouldn't you want to be part of that? Then just digging on sand, I get it, you know, like playing outside is beautiful and everything, but you need to be in a social gathering in a group with creative minds that get that creative juices flowing in you and be like, yo, this sounds kind of crazy, but it could actually work. You gotta get that flowing, and you can't get that playing in dirt and sand or shooting hoops, you know, even though it gets you athletic, gets you pumping. Sometimes you need to just stop, sit down, read a book, and have great conversations with great people that are just there just to create great content with you. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And that's actually something that we want to put out right now on the spot, is that if you're listening to this and you're feeling even remotely inspired to do something about your community, get to know us, man. Reach out to us. Sooner than later, we're going to create a meeting where we're going to get people who want to invest in their community so that we can make that change. It's enough. I've heard enough talk. I've heard enough people talking about, well, maybe we read a couple books. No, we need to take an actionable step towards creating wealth that can be distributed to everybody. The government's not going to do it. The capitalists are not going to do it. But we can do it.
We can.
As normal people that are sensitive to the ills of society, we have a heart and we have a mind. Back in the days, people used to say, if you have a mind, you have no heart, right? That's not true. You can have both. You can have both emotional intelligence and you can have psychological intelligence, right?
Of course.
And putting those two things together.
Imagine, in a room together, just a fuse, you know?
It's going to kick off, bro. No doubt.
Well, that is an idea. That's what Nip was trying to do. He's trying to create that. He's trying to push that. And even with him not there, it's being made. It's being done right now. And people are changing their lives as we speak. Why can't we? You know what I'm saying? We're from Huntington Park. We're from the 90255. Like, this is our hood. This is our roots. This is our streets, you know? Like, to all the hustlers out there, you know? All the HP hustlers, you know? Y'all need to stop pushing that weight, you know? You guys need to change your approach and start pushing other things and then getting that source of income and giving back to the community a percentage. Give back to your Huntington Park High School. Give back to your middle school. Give back to your elementary school. Start there. And then once you get that flowing, get that going, you come back to us, to the roots, to the parks.
Right. Like more than just taxes.
Yeah.
Nobody likes taxes. Everyone complains about them. They're necessary. Without taxes, so many things in society wouldn't work. But we need to go up and beyond that. If I'm going to get charged 40%, oh well, I got to do an extra 20, an extra 30. We're still going to have wealth. See, at the end of the day, it's not money that's going to make us happy. It's not money that's going to make us feel fulfillment.
Yeah.
It's going to be reaching out to that struggling brother or sister in the street. But when they come to us and they say, Jesus, J-Flow, you changed my life with that one video, with that one snippet, with that one time that you hired me, when that one time nobody wanted to give me an opportunity, but you did.
That's exactly like what I would like to create. You, any other person, not just create a business. Like if you're a hustler, if you're in the dope game, if you're pushing weight, how are you helping lives? You're hurting lives. Right. How are you employing and showing another hustler how to hustle? You feel me? And just you're starting that foundation. You're already giving them back core principles. You gotta show them that from the roots. Like you gotta learn how to push produce. You know, you gotta push these phones, push books, push paper, push pens, push whatever you can. Learn how to push that furniture. You know, it has so much margins in it. But if you learn how to push, if you know how to push dope game, you can know how to push anything else.
For sure,
you know?
for sure.
Those are already skills that can be taught.
You're a natural entrepreneur.
You're a natural entrepreneur, you feel me? So you just need to put that focus and energy to the community, to your streets, to your hood, you feel me? Little by little.
Exactly. And I love the fact that you shared that because I don't want you, the person moving weight right now in the streets, to have to lose it all in order to realize that you can do something positive in your community today.
Oh my God, exactly.
How many people in our lives have we noticed that have had to take it to that extreme to where they go to jail? Damn. Right? Sometimes even unfortunately losing a life.
Damn.
Right? Like we've seen that all too much. And it's a personal thing. It's a real thing. It's things that happen almost every single day. And we want to bring that to light. So if you're watching this, you're realizing that, damn, bruh, I am brilliant. I do have ideas. I am creative. How can I utilize that now to do something for myself, for my family, for my friends, for my community?
Exactly.
That's where the real juice is at.
Yeah.
But nobody wants to give us the game.
Nobody wants to teach us.
So we have to pick the game ourselves.
Damn.
This is a book right here that Nipsey Hussle actually recommended me to read through a video, right? And in this video, in this article, actually, I'm sorry, it wasn't a video, it was an article where he said he picked up some game. I'm in about second, third chapter of it, so I'm not going to talk too much about it because I'm not an expert on it. Yeah. But I've been so impressed by the content of this book so far that I'm sharing this with you right now. Damn. If you have an idea and you want this idea to spread like fire in your neighborhood, in the country, around the world, read this book right here and let me know what you think.
Contagious by Jonan Berger.
There you go. There you go.
Just in case you guys were wondering.
So,
no, one more thing.
Yeah.
If you were talking about this book,
yeah, sure.
I know we're talking about community, but we're talking about Nipsey Hussle earlier.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
Another thing that he taught me about increasing your value. You know, he read this book, Nipsey Hussle. He used to read intensively and
educate yourself
and personal development. From what Lauren London said, he used to fall asleep listening to personal development. And I'm sure he listened to Tony Robbins, Jim Rohn, Gary Vee, etc., Les Brown, all that motivational stuff. But he read this book about this, what was it, Jersey Cat. I don't know what, it was an autobiography book, but it was about some Jersey cat that he was so much competition with other people. He owned a restaurant. He was so in competition with so many people. Selling his cheesesteak, you know, his Philly cheesesteak. Yeah. Oh no, it was Philly. My bad. I'm sorry. It was Philly. And nobody wanted to buy him because it was so competitive. So he sold this Philly cheesesteak for $100. You feel me?
Yeah.
And everyone was like, "Whoa, wait a minute.
Yeah.
What? Why is he selling that Philly cheesesteak for $100?
Awesome.
You feel me? I want to try it, even though it's not as good as you might think. But the fact that it's worth that much is like you've increased the value. Now you got demand. Now you hold the leverage. You're like,
you got people's curiosity.
You got people's curiosity. So now instead of going to that $15, $20 Philly cheesesteak spot, yo, why are you going there? You should go try $100 Philly cheesesteak. So just the fact he was able to like increase his value, you know, people started coming in, and that's how he came up, you know.
Right.
That's how that guy came up. You feel me?
Right.
So Nipsey kind of taught me that how to increase my value, you know.
Right. Right.
So when I go to a job opportunity,
Yeah.
I have a certain value, and if you don't meet those standards, I'm not gonna lower my standards. You
Right.
feel me? And I think everyone should be entitled to that, you know.
For sure.
When an employer hires an employee, you know, he's not just looking at a beautiful resume with a amazing track record, you know. He's asking questions on what you can bring value to the
definitely.
company, you know.
Mhm.
Are you an asset or are you a liability?
Right.
Asset brings money. Liability, you're making them lose money.
Right.
If you can increase your value and be on that side,
That's where you want to be.
you know, that's where you want to be. That's their numbers and sales. I guess sales will skyrocket, you
Right.
know.
But you know what's the beautiful thing about that story you just told me about the
Damn.
Philly cheesesteak? Yeah. That story is in this book.
No way, is this one?
I swear.
Oh
I
my
swear.
God.
And that's I'm telling you,
I
man.
didn't even know what the
This,
fuck
this
was
is,
it.
this is poetic justice what's going on right here.
Damn.
And so essentially, it's word of mouth, right? It's word of mouth.
This shit live
gonna,
too.
That's gonna get you to where you want to be.
Damn.
I could put in thousands of dollars into advertising, but nobody's gonna give a hell about Drippy Faucet Media until you give a hell about Drippy Faucet Media. Because when you put me on, I put you on, and so on and so forth.
Of course.
And I'm really about it. I'm really about it. I've always been about what I say.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying?
Talk it, rock it.
Exactly. Precisely so. And so, to take us into our last and final question, you know, this show is all about inspiration, motivation,
Yeah, of course.
helping people out.
Yeah.
What are a couple of principles that we can share with the world today, with our audience? Give our people some game. That way they can leave our show today thinking like, damn, listening to Diego Melgoza, listening to J-Flow today was like an amazing discussion, and I'm going to utilize this today and make my life better.
Damn. Like every young buck, every hustler, and this is to everyone who's trying to needs that motivation, inspiration. Like you're gonna take a few L's, you're gonna take losses, life is gonna hit you with a haymaker. Hurricane Katrina, Hurricane Florence is gonna hit you at the same time. But you gotta stay positive. You have to grind out those hurricanes, you know. And once you make it, it makes you stronger. It makes you get mentally stronger, physically and financially too. You feel me? You learn how to survive the storms. You know how to get through them. I would encourage everyone to just listen to personal development. You know, hop on Jim Rohn. If nobody knows who this cat is, hop on Jim Rohn. He changed my life. He's gonna change yours. I guarantee it. But there's other people that inspire me. You know, Tony Robbins. I got Les Brown, Gary Vee. You know, like I got friends and family who inspire me every day. I see people who are making moves, you know, like I sometimes send them messages. And another thing I would encourage everyone, like everyone wants to be rich, you know. You guys are already rich in life, rich in health. You live in a rich fucking country, you know. It's not always about finances. It's about giving. It's about contributing. It's about showing people the best out of you, showing your character, your respect, your energy, your philosophy. And if you don't have a philosophy, go find a motherfucking philosophy. Go find some few core principles that you're going to stick by no matter what. Like, this is who I am, and this is who I'm going to become. And you're just going to have to learn how to deal with it, because I'm learning how to deal with you. Feel me? You got to have empathy. You got to care. You got to be honest, truthful, respectful. Care. Everyone's going through a battle. Everybody. Everybody's going through a motherfucking battle. So are you. You feel me? So I feel like you got to show that empathy, show that care. And it's okay to have a poker face and not show your feelings and emotions. But there's certain people, like Lupita, my girl, who gets all my love, my empathy, where you have to just let your feelings out. Doesn't mean you have to break down and cry, but you need somebody to just help you emotionally, because mental health is a big thing, you feel me? And if you're going through some shit right now, speak up. Don't keep that shit quiet. Speak up. You feel me? Tell your teacher, tell your mom, tell your dad, tell your friend, tell your homie, tell whoever you want to tell. Tell the fucking janitor that you're going through some shit. You feel me? So he could listen to you. So you put it on the universe, and the universe just works its magic and be like, it's going to find you that Superman. It's going to find you that Batman. It's going to find you that dream girl you're looking for, that dream boy you're looking for, whatever it is. You feel me? And just Go find wisdom. Go find knowledge. Go find, like, just keep feeding yourself information. If you don't like reading, it's cool. Go listen to some shit, you know, some audio shit. If you don't like listening to audio, go read some shit, you feel me? Like, vice versa. You gotta learn how to just figure out and test the waters, what you like, what you don't like. Who cares if you have a shitty job? Feel me? Go make yourself more valuable, you feel me? Go get the credentials. So you can make yourself more valuable and get more paper, you feel me? Damn.
Beautiful. So there you have it.
Let's go. You already know.
My brother Diego Melgoza. We go way back. Way back. I'm so proud to still say that you're my friend. I'm proud to say that you're on my same level of ideas and wanting better for our people, for our family, for our communities. And I just want to let y'all know it's in the works. It's going to happen. Big things are coming. Diego, where can people find more information about you?
All right. You guys can follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, at Hustle D. You know, Hustle, kind of inspired by Nipsey Hussle. So Hustle D, D-E-E, you know. Click on the link. If it's not there, then just holler at me, follow me. And I got LinkedIn too, you feel me, on my professional business. Just all business on my LinkedIn. I don't want to see no like on some bullshit. All business, all money in, no money out. Stay true, stay humble, and just live life, guys. Live your motherfucking life the best you can.
You hear the man. You hear the man.
Be great, baby.
He's left his contacts. Please follow him. If you have any questions, DM him. He'll let you know. Same deal with me. You can find me on Instagram at drippy_jflow. Don't feel like we won't reach out. If you have any questions, please let me know. Aside from that, the show is over for today. Thank you so much, my brother, for showing up. I had a blast. Let's get this.